You look totally
Season 2.
nonplussed.
Season 2, air horns. Pew pew pew. Pew
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 pew.
pew
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 pew.
pew pew
Season
pew
2. Season 2. Pew pew
pew
pew.
pew 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 pew. We made it. We made it. We did 20 some odd episodes. Very odd
I
episodes.
know. Very odd.
And dear listeners, we are here. We are queer.
That's it.
That's it. That's really where we're at.
That's it. That's all we got.
So, dear listeners, while I was in the small city that we are from, Statesville, North Carolina. Statesville. Dear Auntie Maim was living up pride in Miami. Bienvenido a Miami.
You say that like it's special, but that's just every year. I live here. It's every year.
Yes, but this year, you are a drag queen.
That's true. I mean, I was a drag. Well, that's true. Last year was COVID, so I didn't get to do anything last year.
Isn't it hilarious how pride turns from a party to a job real fast?
Man, right? Like, I remember like 2 years, was it 2 years or 3 years ago, when I got asked to be in the parade by a friend, and I was so excited. I was like, oh my god, I'm losing my mind. Now, the thought of doing that, the thought of doing the parade, I'm so glad that no one invited me, because I would have had to gotten up early this morning and gotten into drag and everything. Oh my gosh, no, thank you.
Yeah.
But next year, maybe next year. Next year, if let me get some cocaine. No, I'm just joking. Let me get some poppers. No, that's not it. Let me get some extra cappuccino in me, and then maybe I'll be able to manage.
See, they start the parade so early for the old gays. Like, it's so early. And dear listeners, we're talking about noon.
Yeah.
So it's when
and down here, the parade at Miami Beach is very different than the North Carolina Pride Parade.
You think?
I remember the year that Mario Lopez was the Grand Marshal, and my lord, it was like there were like 8 people deep trying to like get a gander of that idiot.
Who's the Grand Marshal this year? Is it Gloria again?
No, she was 2 years ago.
Well, I think she's done it a couple of times. Rita Moreno's done it a couple of times.
Maybe it was Paulina Rubio, because she was also the headliner of the Pride Festival last night.
No relation to Marco, correct?
No. Well, I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know her personally. So,
let's not get too far in there.
Today's Crystal Waters, though, which I know, right? I kind of
back
like
to the middle of the round again. I will tell you 100%.
I had love. If I didn't have like the show tonight and then our thing today and then feeling exhausted, I might have gone down for that.
Well, you could have canceled, but the dear listeners would have been angry at you.
No, I love our baking sugar audience way, way more than standing out in the middle of 90-degree sunlight.
Oh, I have a financial report for you. Financial report. We have made, are you ready for this?
Sure.
$10. I can now withdraw money for the first time from the account. It requires $10, or is it $10 monthly is the minimum? So I have to have $120. So I may not be able to yet pull.
Oh man, that Taco Bell feast is on its way. I'm so excited.
Dear listeners, I would like to say that if you want us to completely get rid of the ads, we do have a Patreon. Patreon.com/baking sugar. I've reworked it to actually match this podcast. And we've got a goal that if we reach that goal ever, we will get rid of the ads from our podcast. Because I know that all of you desperately love to re-listen to episodes multiple times. I'm just sure of it. I know that my grating voice is enough to bring you back over and over and over again.
I don't know. I would say I don't think your voice of it's like grating. You're more like a microplane
You're
than a
not.
grater.
I hate it when you get a little piece of your finger off in one of those, don't you?
Oh my God, it's the worst thing ever.
You're like, well, I guess that's getting baked in there now.
It's so
We're
awful.
gonna be cannibals tonight. Oh well.
Oh, I hate it so much, so much. Ugh. Sorry, I just thought of that. That pain. It's like a very unique kind of pain.
Oh, it is. It is. It is. It is. It is. Did you know? You probably did not. But did you know that Statesville now has Grubhub too?
It's so like Dragon Golden and
Mi Pueblo.
Dragon Golden, Mi Pueblo, Village Inn.
Cozumel's on there. And there's a Panera girl. And there's a Panera.
I keep forgetting about the Panera.
There's a Panera now. Oh, and just to rub it in your face, Bojangles is on Grubhub.
Stop.
Yeah.
Bojangles, send me stuff, please.
Dear listeners, when you come to North Carolina, there's a chicken restaurant called Bojangles, which started, I believe, in 1981 or 77, one of the two, in Charlotte, North Carolina. And it is Cajun-ish fried chicken.
Oh, so good.
It is so good, and they're the correct me if I'm wrong, but I prefer either the chicken biscuit or the chicken supremes.
Oh, that spicy Cajun biscuit. Oh, I hadn't thought about that in so long, and now you put it back in my brain.
Girl, let me just tell you, they have. Every once in a while, like, you know, dear listeners, you know how, and I'm talking to y'all a lot today, apparently, how, like, Burger King has random sandwiches that'll come back. McDonald's has the McRib. Bojangles now has a pimento cheese biscuit.
Oh, Lord.
That they bring back. That pimento cheese is slightly melted on that biscuit. It is slap your mama good, because I ain't slapping my mama because I'm afraid of her. But
your mother would,
and I ain't slapping Maim's mama either.
My mother would also beat your ass.
I slap your brother.
I don't know. He'll probably also beat your ass.
But of the three, I feel like I could take your brother more than I can take your mama.
So if you're listening to this, Codessa, if you're listening to this, you've been challenged. So
no, ma'am. I am not challenging you.
The Honorable Codessa Jenkins, if you are hearing this.
Codessa, I do apologize. I'm not going to slap you, so let's get into this week's episode.
Codessa Jenkins Mooney. That is.
Is that her name?
That's the name I just gave her.
Oh, well, Codessa, you are older than Maim, but you have now been drag named.
I don't know what I'm doing. I don't even know. Actually, I don't know what my brother's drag name was when he did drag briefly.
Codessa's a good name. I mean, it was that time frame that you just.
I love Codessa.
I do too. All right, let's get into this week's episode. This is season 2. What? Episode 1. 101 ways to decorate a gas station.
I'm Julia Sugarbakers. I'm Julia Sugarbakers. I'm Julia Sugarbakers. I'm Julia Sugarbakers. And that, Marjorie, just so you will know, and your children will someday know, is the night the lights went out in Georgia. The lights went out, the lights went out, the lights went out, the lights went out. And that is the night the lights went out in Georgia.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Well, now you do.
Yeah. I hope you're ready to get into this. The big chair's gone. The quality episodes not yet improved. So we're at Sugarbaker.
Well, okay, so I'm just gonna say this like right at the top, just to get it out there.
Get out there, girl.
Why are they broke? Why are they broke again? Why are we starting over with them being broke again?
Because they're gonna be broke for the rest of eternity. So, Rat Sugar Bakers.
It's frustrating. It doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't. It's not logical. It doesn't make sense. If they're broke all the time, how does Julia afford that house? How do they afford the clothes? It's like there's a logic path that I'm like, it would just make more sense for them to just have like a moderately successful design firm.
Well,
then they don't have to talk about this.
I can explain it to you. Julia does not have all of her money wrapped up in Sugar Bakers. Julia and Suzanne have their money separated out from Sugar Bakers. So it's sort of a two different thing. I think as the show progresses, they keep dumping more money into it to keep it solvent. Which is why when you get to season 14 or whatever it is, where Texas Woman comes in and saves them all, it makes more sense.
Oh, I totally forgot that's why she joined the show, or that's the reason in the game for the show. Oh, man, this is going to be a recurring theme.
Yes. So let me turn on my lamp. Suzanne's here.
Looking amazing. Oh.
Yup.
This was this was a good look.
And we get a brief little thing from Mary Jo. She's like, Julie's at the bank. Anthony's in Alabama visiting his family. We find out that Anthony's from Alabama, which I don't know if we exactly knew. And Charlene is at her psychic. Tova of Biloxi.
Yeah.
Oh my lord. What a name.
I'm not mad at it.
I'm not mad either. But wait, Charlene's here. She's coming in. And she's got some news.
Did
Tova
tell her again who she's gonna be married to?
Yes, but this time it's not Desi Arnaz Jr. again.
Oh, thank goodness! I thought it would be Lucille Ball Jr.
So she's gonna marry a diamond in the rough.
Oh, okay.
His initials
mm-hmm.
are going to be E.A.
Okay.
And wait. He's going to have a mole. On his right cheek.
Oh, well, I mean, that's not really that common. I mean, not a lot of people have moles on their cheeks, do they?
No, I don't think. Do I? Look.
I can't tell through all that beard.
It's true. On purpose. So, so Julia's here, and the bank is not extending the loan. Maim.
I know, which to me means that the business is going under.
Did we not run into this in
episode 1 of the first season?
No, I'm going farther back. That Jimmy Stewart movie I don't like.
It's a Wonderful Life.
Vertigo.
That shouldn't have been as funny as it was.
I know. Anyway.
Oh my God, I hate you so much.
Dear listeners, Maim's a little tired today.
You know, I love a good old movie joke. It's my favorite thing ever. Oh my God.
Julia has an idea, Maim.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, aren't we going to talk about her getting sexually harassed?
Oh, I was going to skip over that because this we got a lot more sexual harassment to go to. But go for it.
Oh, that's true, actually. No, I just thought it was interesting that they used the term adolescent cretins because
yes.
That was such a very high-level version of that. And then when they use it, we got to hear a little bit of a slight, what do you call it? Julia using a little bit of some African-American vernacular English. As she was quoting the boys. So I'm assuming, based off of all the TV and media, they were African American because I don't really hear a lot of white people that sound like pimps from the 1970s.
Hey, baby, why don't you come over here and make me your daddy?
Yeah, got to get me some of that.
I mean, I would like to say that when I was going to a certain bar in Raleigh, North Carolina in a few years ago, maybe a decade, that was the lingo the older bears would say at the younger bears to yum yum, get them some.
Oh, is this before everybody just started growling at each other?
No, they were doing that too. And woofing. Dear listeners.
Wolf. Wolfing. Jesus, I forgot about that.
I still don't understand. So, dear listeners, the bear community, which is too complicated to explain,
So
they have adopted going woof at people they find attractive.
Yeah.
I don't understand, as bears, don't go woof. I mean, they go grr too. These bear daddies do go grr too.
Oh, grr.
Which is kind of funny because a lot of them have high pitched voices, so it's like grr, grr. It's like there's nothing better than a chapped up, leathered up bear daddy. It's like, "Hi, you're so hot. Want a bottom?" Oh my God, dear listeners, for any of that lingo you don't understand, use Google.
Yes, or just go to Urban Dictionary.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
So Julia has an idea. She saw it in the newspaper.
Why are you shaking your papers?
Because she saw it in the newspaper. So there was a car dealership. I didn't write down the name of it. That had a drawing for a new car.
Not just any new car, for a Rolls Royce.
And a dog won. Dear listeners, we call this foreshadowing. Yeah. Anyway, so
wait, hold on. We have to acknowledge this, right? I didn't know if they did this on purpose, but the fact that they said the dog won, and then the owner of the dealership was named Big John Wagster, I was like, is this supposed to be some kind of weird, almost punish type of scenario right now?
Yes. I only like good puns, so I'll let that one go.
A forced pun, though, is just like, boy.
So that Julia gets the idea to like have people come over and they do a drawing, and they'll get the newspapers follow it in like the style section, to like redo somebody's room. And Mary Jo's like, that's great. We don't have money, right?
What is it? Charlene's like, oh, Charlene, what's our budget for advertising? She's like, oh, that's easy. I just did that the other day. Nothing.
Yeah, and Julia's like, well, we'll start with that.
Right. Which is like, okay. I mean, I'm assuming that maybe they're going to get furniture companies to donate things.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. And like, they're going to have a huge sale while this is going on. I don't know what kind of sale they can have because they're interior designers. They aren't furniture salesmen. But whatever. It's all very hapdash. So we fast forward a couple of days, maybe a week or two, to when they're actually having the evening of the drawing. And Charlene runs in. Apparently she dropped off a bunch of cards at some dry cleaners, gas stations, and liquor stores. I should ask Tova first, is what she should have done.
So here's, okay.
Go ahead.
Now, obviously, we know that this show is not always the best about continuity or things making sense. So what, number one, really didn't make sense is the fact that Charlene was out passing these things out to the public on the day of the drawing and hadn't gotten back to Sugar Bakers, and yet somehow the person's name is in the bowl like, what are we talking about?
I don't know. So they decide to pull the name, and who won? Number 1497.
Eldon Ashcroft
the fourth. And then I wrote down the next line. It's a Bobcat Goldthwait type.
It's funny. I remember this dude. Like he was a very popular. I mean, he
was.
still actually does character actor stuff
Yeah.
even now. I think.
But like he does Bobcat Goldthwait poorly, right? Like
Yeah, no, he's not a good Bobcat Goldthwait. No.
like he, I have mixed feelings about Bobcat Goldthwait. There was that one show that he was the rabbit on that I really enjoyed.
Oh yeah.
What was it called?
Greg the Bunny.
No. The where he was the Muppet Rabbit with the family that was falling apart.
Oh, Happily Ever After.
Yeah, Unhappily Ever After.
Unhappily Ever After.
Yeah, Unhappily Ever After. Yes. I love that show. I mean, I don't know why I love that show, but I love that show. Was Vanessa Angel the daughter?
I don't know. The daughter was named Nikki something, because she was like the next generation. She was like the generation Christina Applegate. So like that was like the next sex pot after Christina Applegate.
Yeah,
because our culture was really okay with a character who was a teenager being, even if she wasn't a real teenager, she was on a TV show, but she was extremely sexualized.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm okay with Timothy Chalamet being the next Timothy Chalamet. my Mr. Mims and I were talking today about people that we don't understand, other people finding attractive. For instance, neither one of us understand why people just fall head over heels over Benedict Cumberbatch. Don't get it. He's tall and gangly and kind of weird looking.
I do think of him as charming.
Yeah. But do you think he's like hot?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Mostly this is white women. Anyway. Which, dear listeners, I know most of you are. So if you want to explain this to me, you can Twitter me directly at Divine Miss Mims and explain it. The other one is Adam Driver, and I don't get it. Like, especially when Timothy Chalamet, who is a little bit young, is just right there.
At least Adam Driver has like the physicality, right? Like he has a very imposing build, and he's quite tall. So I mean, there is at least that part going for him.
There's a third I don't understand, and the reason I don't understand is he yells a lot in everything he's in, and that's Bradley Cooper.
Pacino? Oh, sorry.
No. Now, Al can get anytime he wants to, especially when he's been, Scorsese'd backwards and has that young face. That's. I want young face, old body Al Pacino's what I want.
Honestly, I'm pretty happy.
Yes, you are pretty.
I'm pretty happy about this whole like de-aging thing lately, because I'm like, yeah, let's just do this. Let's just take all of the iconic Hollywood actors that are in their 70s now, and let's just make them 40 again. I'm with it. They're still better than the people we have now.
But they look so weird.
I know.
Like they look like that horrible Final Fantasy movie from back in the day where the hair didn't move. You remember that shit?
Yeah.
It was so bad. So bad. Alec Baldwin in it. Oh, I don't remember who else was in it. I remember Alec Baldwin.
It was so bad. Man, we have endured a lot of bad entertainment.
There's another person I didn't find that attractive.
Who?
Alec Baldwin. Like young Alec Baldwin. He was cute, but like he just didn't do it for me.
I thought Alec Baldwin to me was at his sexiest in Married to the Mob. I thought that's where he was really handsome.
See, I think he was at sexiest in 30 Rock.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. So I've got a question for you. One more question before you continue on with this episode.
Sure.
So, which one do you think you'd be better friends with? Or want to go out to dinner with, I guess I should say. Amy Poehler or Tina Fey?
Oh, man. If you had asked me a few years ago, I would have definitely said Tina Fey. But I've been watching that show with Amy Poehler where they're making stuff and they have like the whole making it. After watching that, I think I would love to have dinner with her because she seems so wonderful and warm to me.
I would pick Tina Fey because I like a poorly timed racist joke.
So does this show.
It's a racism. So they are gonna we go over to Eldon's place, and it's an old Esso gas station.
Yep.
Y'all. He goes outside. He leaves them alone. Like, he's dirty. There's lots of homeless jokes that are going to be thrown around in here. It's not pretty.
Are we okay? So let's discuss this real briefly, right?
Sure. But, well, it can be longer than briefly. We've got some time.
That's true.
I mean, I've scheduled here for 3 hours if you want to.
Are we to assume?
I mean, yes.
Are we to assume that he is homeless? Okay. So, because I can't imagine they would decorate something that wasn't owned by the person, right?
He lives in the gas station.
Right. So, which is really unusual because gas station property is not technically cheap.
Well, here's the thing. It's an old Esso gas station, which means it's not used as a gas station anymore. That's the way I took it. It's like, all right, girl, you remember out in the country some of those random-ass gas stations you'd go into that were like shacks?
Yeah.
That with the pumps that were dying on the outside?
Yeah.
That's what I'm envisioning. He just happens to be so poor, he lives in it. Like, it was gifted to him it's his family business that he didn't keep up, and it's his now. That's the way I'm envisioning it.
That makes a little sense, too. Yeah. I mean, it's all bad, no matter how you slice it.
Oh yeah, no, it's very bad. So Suzanne has the best idea of the entire episode, and they should just end it here with buying it off and torching the place.
I know, but then that will be a second location Suzanne is burnt down.
Wait. Charlene just realized something.
What?
His initials are E.A.
Oh my gosh! Just like Tova said.
Does he have a mole? Does he have a mole?
Does he have a
mole?
mole?
He has a mole!
Oh my God, Charlene's gonna have to marry this man that we've been told is disgusting.
Yes! I mean, he's a bad actor, so he kind of is.
Oh no. But this is not how we envision Charlene's story arc going.
How did we envision her story arc going?
I don't know.
Okay. A really bad episode that involves World War II later on? Maybe that?
Oh boy. I don't remember a lot of the episodes, but I remember that one.
That happens during Operation Desert Storm. I remember this. We're getting there, guys and gals. We are, dear listeners. We've got a way to go. Well, now we're back at Sugar Baker's because he has to stay there while they fumigate.
Right. He has to stay at Julia's home while they fumigate the place.
Because didn't they say something like beds and hotels are too comfortable for him? No,
the longest he wanted to maintain that he's had the longest record for a person who's never stayed in a motel.
There's so many. I put insert homeless jokes here. So there's like all of these homeless jokes and making fun of him and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Oh my God. There's so many homeless jokes in this episode. It's kind of like I started glazing over, kind of like it was for what's his name, with all the fat jokes.
The fat one.
Yeah.
And Premium with the old one.
Right. I was just like, oh my gosh, you guys, like, could we just not like? I don't know. It just was.
Aren't we so thankful that they were smart enough not to have black jokes?
Barely.
I mean, yes.
They still. Don't forget, we've still got to get to that blackface episode.
There's a blackface episode?
What?
I don't remember a blackface episode.
What? You forgot about Suzanne Sugar Baker in blackface?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Well, we're gonna be getting to that.
So, speaking of blackface, while we're at it,
Do we have to? Oh boy.
Do you remember that time that Ted Danson did blackface because he was dating Whoopi Goldberg, and she told him it'd be okay?
Yes.
And like she even afterwards was like, "Yeah, I told him it's fine. It's comedy. We're good."
Yep.
I'm like, what? How? If your significant other is telling you it's okay.
Mm-hmm. Well, what's funny, right?
It's. Sorry, there was dead silence. Like, what? I don't. I don't. It. At which do we excuse that or not? I mean.
Well, the thing is, right? And so I totally understood because I mean, technically at that time, we are talking about a period of time where there was this weird, still kind of like fine line between people calling that stuff out and people not calling it. So there were people that were obviously like offended, but there were still like some folks like in the African American community that were kind of like, well, that's the way it's always been, so whatever, right? Like it wasn't that they thought it wasn't what they approved of it. It was just like a no big deal.
Yeah.
And so I totally understand. I mean, I even understood then. I was like, well, if she said that to him, I know the thought process behind it because it was for a lot of folks. But yeah,
what was her idea? It was even her idea, wasn't it? If I remember correctly,
she thought it was funny. Yeah, she thought it was funny.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Well, man, I tell you, it's kind of fun being in this weird middle age in like the weird culture shift of the country. It's like, oh my, when we look back on some of these things now, it's like, wow, so many things that we just approved of.
So we're now 2 weeks later.
He's still staying with the sugar bakers.
And he is talking on the phone to the newspaper, and he has some opinions of the decor. And, like, Suzanne just looks at him and says, you need to make a decision and stick with it.
Yeah.
And Julia says, I will handle it. I will handle it. So she goes over with some wallpaper. She makes some suggestions to him. He says no because it won't go with red, white, and blue. Because he wants an American flag in his flagpole in the middle of his living room. And she says no because that'll look stupid. And she loses her mind.
Oh, man. Flash forward to present day. A lot of people would be like, but I have it all over. It's everywhere. It's my entire decor. I have pillows, and I have blankets, and I have tapestries, and I have American flag, everything.
That's not the American flag. It's a different red, white, and blue flag. That's it's got a little X on it with some stars in it. Yeah.
Did you call? Don't call out people like that now.
No, I'm not. Not all of them, but some of them.
Some of them. Lord have mercy.
The South will rise again, but who knew it was going to be COVID cases? You okay over there, Maim? You okay?
I can't with you today. Like, I don't know what's up with you. Like, wow. That was, yeah.
I'm on my game.
No, you're totally on your game right now, yes. Holy crap.
I'm hungover.
For real?
I drank a little last night, yeah.
Oh, for real? Okay.
Yeah, of course. I sat and drank some bourbon with my mom while she drank some wine, and Oma while she just sat and laughed with us, yeah.
That actually sounds like heaven to me with your family, especially.
Yeah.
No.
So where are we at with this? Oh, we now fast forward again to that evening. There's a lot of fast forwarding. There's a lot
so much fast forwarding
because there's a lot to get through in a 25-minute episode. Like there's a lot we gotta get to the end of this. Thank God.
This is like a bit of this is kind of a complicated episode, to be honest.
Yeah, it could have been much easier.
Yeah.
They just do a nice house and that like falls apart on them. How much better of an episode would that be? We can get that in a minute. So Suzanne is on the phone. She's talking to the paper. She's doing a very good job. She's actually doing her job, which heaven forbid they make fun of her for not doing a job, but she's doing the PR stuff right there.
This is one of the first times we got to see her actually do her stuff.
Yeah, and like saying, well, Elton's out playing golf. And they're like, golf? It's the only thing she come up with. Apparently, EA is passed on the couch because he got upset and went out on a bender. And
now, this is another one of my.
How's it got made for a bender?
One of my continuity questions, once again, right? There's so many little questions about this. Like you said, how did he pay for the bender? Number 2, how did he get back to Sugar Bakers? Number 3, why didn't he just go back to the place that he was going to when he first said that he was upset and leaving?
He couldn't because they're fumigating, remember again?
Yeah, but he didn't say he wasn't going back there again. He still left.
Wait, I've got something important to tell you.
Oh, no.
Charlene's been gone for a while and she's back.
She was gone for so many hours. I don't understand. She's being so irresponsible right now.
She was back at her psychic.
Oh, Tova. Okay, what did Tova say?
That it wasn't the facial cheek where the mole is.
Oh, it's.
Think about it. Think about it. There you go.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So Charlene's like, I need somebody to help me roll this drunk man over and look at his ass cheek to see if he's got a mole on it.
Not problematic at all.
No.
Not problematic in the least sense.
Dear listeners, sexual harassment goes both ways.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does. It does, and this is a lot.
When they said that, I forgot about this part. To be honest, I had actually forgotten about this specific part, and I was like,
Yep.
What?
Yep. Oh, I would also. I just thought about a racism thing, and I would like to get your take on it.
Okay, lovely. Can't wait.
So the Indian dance in Peter Pan. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Is more racist than the entire Song of the South movie.
Ooh.
And they still let it play. Because at least Uncle Tom, or Uncle Joe, whatever his name was, not Uncle Tom, apologize. Uncle Joe had agency.
Well, the thing is, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, okay.
Uh-huh.
So, it makes sense, right? So this is a kind of a good subject to talk about, really. Probably longer than this podcast. So when I was a kid, right, growing up in the South, I actually had the Song of the South book. Like, I had the book, right?
Okay.
And at the time when, it's just like we said earlier, which was these are things that the African-American community, for the most part, not everybody, but for the most part, everybody just kind of shrugged their shoulders and said, well, this is it, right? Like, this is just how it is. And you still used the resources, like the story about the tar baby. Like, my mom used the story in there to explain it about that whole thing, right? But it was never one of those situations where it was like, get rid of it. I personally think that it's not right for them to, like, out and out just pretend the movie never existed. Yeah. Because those are some very important conversations. Now, do I think that that one scene in Peter Pan is worse than the entire movie? No, I do not. No, I would say they are kind of equal to me.
Okay.
But I would not say more. And considering I speak from both the Native American side and the black side.
That's why I asked.
No, I'm saying I would say that, yeah, like, but you know,
how long has it been since you've watched Song of the South?
Oh man, I think the last time I saw Song of the South, it was in the 80s.
I may still have that on Betamax.
No,
I should go and see.
Holy crap! I mean,
because if I still have that on Betamax and we can find a Betamax player, the
one thing that I really
we could sit and talk about that.
Of everything of Song of the South, the one thing that stuck with me still to this day, it's very much like the crows in Dumbo. It's just like that.
The Jim Crows. The Jim Crows.
Yeah, like the terrible black scent of like the rabbit and I was just like, I can hear it still to this day. That's how much of an impression it left, because you're like, I don't know anybody that talks like that. It's like, nobody talks like that. And it was, but yeah, it was, oh man, you sent me spiraling just now. Oh,
You're
boy.
welcome. Ooh, I found a Betamax player. I just need to see if I've got the. Ooh, I just need to see if I've got the. Oh yeah, there's tons of those on eBay. I just need to see if I've got the tape.
I mean, I'm sure somebody has a pirated copy online.
It's very. Anytime it comes on or something, Disney gets rid of it. Disney.
No, there's going to be a torrent with it somewhere.
Look, my friend did something with it in college for grad school.
Yeah.
It took her 4 months to find it.
Wow.
Like, it was not easy.
I wonder how much the book is worth, because my mom still has the book.
Probably a lot.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, dear listeners, if you're interested in a copy of the Song of the South,
Here, let me. I will look on eBay right now. Wow, because I just pulled up for the Betamax. Let's see here. Song of the South book. Excuse me, I just burped. Oh. $1. So.
I was gonna sell that thing for a good $230 so I can get myself a new wig. I was so excited.
Now, shit happens.
$1. All right.
So you can buy one of your old wigs for that.
Ooh.
So Julia offers to help him.
She does. She's gonna help him.
She puts on some oven mitts,
and
like she's ready to flip him over. Now, I'm of two minds right here, right? Because Charlene and Julia, you okay over there?
There's a fly buzzing around the microphone.
Well, I don't hear it, so just let it be.
Okay.
So
I was just worried. I don't know how sensitive these things are. I don't know. Just like with the fan. It's just like with the fan. You were like, oh, I can hear the fan going. I'm like, okay, there's a little fly buzzing around the microphone. I'm like, oh no, here we go again. I hate you.
Are you done?
Yeah.
Are you done?
Am I ever?
No. What was that? So I'm of two minds right now.
Okay.
Because Charlene and Julia get up and like are straddling over EA trying to flip him, right?
Yes. Yes.
What they're doing is horrible.
Yes.
The physical comedy is funny.
That's what I wrote down. I was like, put down physical comedy with like 3 exclamation marks.
Yeah, like they are getting into it.
No, it was Julia had a nice moment there where she got to, do outside of her comfort zone. It wasn't doing the best thing in the world, but it was at least funny.
Well, Anthony's here. He decided to stop by on his way home.
Finally, I thought it was going to be like last time where we didn't see him for half the season.
Nah, he's a full cast member now.
No, I know. I'm just saying.
So Charlene asks Anthony to help, and he's like, oh God. And then we fade to the next day or later on the evening. I don't know which.
I think it's just later in the evening.
And we first of all find out they're all just sitting down talking. EA does not have a mole.
Yeah, thank goodness.
Thank goodness. And then he comes out from the back room and he apologizes. He apologizes for, being him being wrong, being himself, and then he starts quoting fucking O. Henry. Ugh. God.
I like when he calls himself contrary. I was like,
yes.
I knew then. I was like, oh boy, something's about to happen.
I know that, dear listeners, O. Henry was from North Carolina. There's the O. Henry Hotel in Greensboro. O. Henry was not the best person.
I know this sounds terrible, but I guess it was just triggering. As soon as they said O. Henry, like my stomach started cramping a little bit. I was like, oh no.
So, dear listeners, I would just like to say that we had The Gift of the Magi read to us every fucking year. Beyond that, I don't think I have read a single O. Henry story. Like, I think I've always only just had them read to me. Like, I don't think that I have actually put in the time to try to read him. I don't know if he's worth it. There's a statue of him in downtown Greensboro. If you ever want to go see it, right in front of the O'Henry Hotel.
It would be better if you just go to Maxie B's.
Yeah, go to Maxie B's. Dear listeners, Maxie B's is a fantastic bakery in Greensboro, North Carolina, and the vegetarian place.
Oh yeah, my place
What's it
used
called?
to go to all the time. Boba House.
Boba House. Dear listeners, Boba House has some good vegetarian food.
Yeah.
And don't be fooled when they say duck. It's all vegetarian. Like it's
everything.
It's vegetarian protein. It is delicious.
Yeah.
I like their mean green soup, which is avocado, broccoli, and a bunch of other stuff. Did I just say avocado? Like I'm not avocado. I don't know. That green fatty thing, which is not my boils. Anyway,
green fatty thing.
he where am I at? And then he was he goes on the spiel about O'Henry and 4 million and
every person is worth knowing.
Blah 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 blah.
Even though I will say, because I'm very, you know me forever, so I firmly believe in things like that too, right? However, he was such an asshole.
I am of Suzanne's mind. I don't really think that
didn't do it for you.
No, like was Hitler worth knowing?
I didn't say all 4 million. I just said some of them are worth knowing.
He says every person's worth knowing.
Oh, I don't agree with that.
Like, do you really want to know Donald Trump? I mean, I think all of America knows Donald Trump now. Yeah, but do you really want to? Do you really want to know Melania?
No.
Do you like, or the Trump children? Half of our high school class? Like, do you really want to know them? Like,
oh man, we're gonna. Oh, buddy.
So they call him humble or something. I don't remember what. Gracious. They call him gracious, and he says, "I don't think of myself as gracious." And Mary Jo says, "Well, how do you think of yourself?" And he says, "As Attorney General of the United States of America."
Which I thought that was actually quite a funny joke. But mostly just because of his deadpan delivery of it.
Yes.
But then
was
I was
John
like,
Ashcroft the Attorney General at the time?
John Ashcroft at that time? No.
Yeah, this is Reagan too, right?
This is like mid 80s. Hold on, I'll look it up. Mid 80s Attorney General.
Oh, Reagan. Here we go. Nope.
Who was it?
No. People we've never heard of.
I was going to say, was it C. Everett Koop? Because I loved that dude back then. What a character!
That was the Surgeon General!
No, I know. I just wanted to say his name because
C. Everett Koop.
Everybody needs to remember that guy existed.
God. So Julia's like, let's make this a success. And EA says, okay, as long as you don't sexually harass me anymore.
Yep.
So then they finally got it done. We're at EA's apartment. It's very modern. There's a old gas pump that's now a fish tank.
I thought that was cute.
That was cute. That's the best part of the entire apartment.
Yeah, I thought so.
And
the rest of it was very 80s, like
yes.
Very 80s.
Yes, like very clean lines, lots of chrome, lots of leather or vinyl, lots of room to do cocaine. And then we get a button on the episode, and the button and the button is EA was all dressed up for like taking pictures. He takes off his stuff, puts on his dirty ass jacket, throws the jacket on the ground, kicks off his shoes, goes over to a chair and just puts his feet on the counter and has a shit-eating grin.
It was a lot. That was a lot. Season 2 is off to a rocky start.
Maim, Maim, I've got a very important question.
Yes.
Did you like the episode?
No. I'm gonna start.
I would like to interject real quick. You've let some stinkers go that were better than this, or that were worse than this,
So this season,
okay,
I'm gonna start being different.
Defend yourself.
No, I'm not defending myself. I'm just gonna say this season I'm gonna start being a little bit more strict, right? So there were episodes in the past that if like just ridiculous things would turn my meter into the positive, like the episode with Ted's kid Bert, right? Like that's not a great episode, but good gracious, that kid was hilarious to me. But now I'm just gonna be like, what? I'm gonna start looking at this more critically and just really saying like, was this a good episode or not? Not how many times did I laugh, because I laugh sometimes at things that they're not even funny to the show. It's just funny to me, as you know, because I have my own thing. So yeah, like this episode, I just didn't like. I mean, I don't like all sitcoms for me, and I think I've been like this since I was a kid. All sitcoms for me, that a lot of the jokes come at like somebody's expense on there. It ruins the whole show for me. Like it really does. I'm just like, I don't. There's nothing funny to me about, oh, this guy's dirty and poor and homeless or not homeless or whatever you want to call it. It's just like, those kind of jokes to me are just not a thing.
They've started making fun. Like it felt like they were making fun of the other, which is like not
like who's left that we can make fun of.
Yeah, because we can't talk about women.
Mm-mm.
We can't talk about black people.
Mm-mm. We can't. We talked about fat people already.
Right.
We talked about old people already.
So who's next? Who's next? Like,
what marginalized group can we target now?
I mean, I will say at least they haven't gotten to the gays, which at this time they don't. If I remember correctly, they don't really do that.
Well, I mean,
because
this episode
the AIDS crisis is going on.
Well, I mean, this episode did have that moment where Mary Jo said, "We're just gonna have to move out of the country and get sex changes." And I was like, "Oh boy, that's not the reason you get a sex change."
No, it's not.
So there were some moments.
So I too did not care for this episode. It's not my favorite.
What?
Like, it's so bad. Like, so bad. We were watching it, like, I watched these with Mr. Mims, and he was like, oh God, I thought they were going to get better. I was like, supposedly they are. And then I looked, Hulu's got a list of like episodes, memorable episodes.
The highlight episodes, yeah.
Yeah, and I thought there were like at least 4 or 5 in season 2. There's one. Yeah, there's one. They all come in season 3 and 4.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah. So we may have another little bit of slog with us.
So dear listeners, you're going to be hearing a lot of
complaining.
Yes.
But that's just our normal state.
Oh, that's true actually. So that's why you're listening to this anyway.
Did you find yourself in Miss Georgia World?
Oh yeah, I did find that though. So my Miss Georgia World this week goes to the lovely and talented Mary Jo Shively in that beautiful pink number with the black squares all over it. I loved that dress.
The watermelon dress.
I loved it.
It's supposed to look like a watermelon.
I thought it looked great on her.
Okay.
I thought it looked great on her.
I politely disagree.
Okay.
But I could see where you're coming from. I was going to choose that as a joke because
I thought she looked beautiful in it. I personally thought she looked on her. I thought it looked beautiful.
I picked Suzanne in that blue dress. That
first look.
Yeah. It was basically a tie between the first look and the last look. Mm-hmm. The last look was a little too bridal for me because it was very white. Like it looked like 80s Bride. Like if she just put a veil on, it would have been 80s Bride. Yeah. Oh goodness. So dear listeners, we have an announcement.
Big announcement.
We've already told you a little bit about it, but we are very soon. Keep a lookout for it. We've got a new podcast coming. Podcast.
Just
called
in time for spooky season.
We're going to be doing what we do now a little bit differently. We're gonna not have as much of the intro in this one because the episodes are longer. And my voice will just give about halfway through if we do that.
It will.
For let me just eventually get to what the hell we're doing. Damn it. We're going to be reviewing Murder, She Wrote.
I can tell you haven't hosted something in a while, by the way. I can tell you haven't done a drag hosting gig in a long time.
Oh, God. Look, girl, whenever I would do it, I would get out there and I'd go just be done with it. And I'd always get this, the make it longer, the drag queens aren't ready. So I learned to babble and try to be interesting for a little bit of time. I'm not that interesting. So
I mean, you're moderately interesting.
I'm moderately, yeah. I'm a moderate flow day. So
with
dear listeners,
wings.
with the wings. So, dear listeners, follow us as we look and see if Jessica Fletcher did commit all those murders in Maine. The name of the pod is You Slay Me.
You Slay Me.
You'll be able to find it. So we're hoping to go live at the beginning of October. If you get your podcasts from Apple Podcasts or Google Podcasts, it usually takes an extra week when you start a new pod for them to show up. So I would say by the middle of October, you should be able to find You Slay Me wherever you get your podcasts.
And, or just don't use Apple or Google Podcasts and use one of the other ones.
That's very, very true.
I've been a long-time subscriber of Stitcher.
I use either Spotify or basically use Spotify. That's what I use. I used to use Pod something or another, and then the app quit working on my phone. I was like, screw this. Yeah. So, Maim, tell the dear listeners where they can find you.
Dear listeners, if you'd like to follow me on social media, you can follow me on Instagram at Auntie Maim. That's MAIM. You can follow our page on Instagram at Mims and Maim. If you're on Facebook, if you're still there, you can follow me there on I'm Your Auntie Maim, all one word. And on Twitter at Maim Ministry. I think that's all of my stuff. Oh, also, if you're ever visiting in South Florida, every Thursday night, you can come see me at Kill Your Idol in South Beach for amazing colossal karaoke. So you can stop by and say hey if you're ever in town.
So, dear listeners, I'm the Divine Miss Mims. You can find me on Twitter at Divine Miss Mims. You can please support us. Please support us on your nearest Patreon at Patreon Baking Sugar. You can follow this podcast at Baking Sugar Pod on the Twitcher machine. I believe that's all. I think I'm done prattling on. We've been doing this for now 57 minutes and 30 seconds. So say goodnight, Maim.
Good night, Maim.
Bye, y'all. Oh goodness. So let's give it a second.
We're such old people.
We are such old people.